Hi, I'm Nancy Glazier with the Northwest New York team. Today's topic is perennial weeds. These are the most prevalent types of weeds in pastures, and they're the hardest to control. Once established, they can hang around a long time. For the purpose of this video, I'll break perennials down into two groups, simple and spreading. Simple perennials reproduce by seeds, while spreading perennials reproduce by seeds, stolons, rhizomes, or roots. I'll use my go-to book, Weeds of the Northeast, to help with descriptions. I'll also use their accepted common names. This will help you find more information about the weed and which herbicides to use for control. So here are some of the common types of simple perennials that I run across in pastures. Dandelions, by far, are the most common weed you'll see. They grow in basal rosettes and have deeply lobed leaves with a point of the lobe pointing towards a base. Roots, leaves, and flower stems have a milky sap. They flower in May and June, and they also flower a second time in the fall when day length is less than 12 hours. An interesting fact, the bright yellow flowers don't require pollination for seed production. Seed heads are a grayish globe, and seeds can be seen floating in the wind. Chicory can often be confused with dandelions. They start out as rosettes, but the lobes on chicory leaves don't point towards the base. This plant also has a milky sap. The flowering stalk is much different than dandelions, and it's branched and stiff. It has a dark brown, long, large, and fleshy taproot. Flowers on the stalks are bright blue, sometimes with a purplish or pink tint. Broadleaf plantains are another common rosette-forming weed, often seen in compacted areas. The leaves are smooth with 3 to 5 prominent veins that run parallel to the leaf margins. The flowers are inconspicuous, but the seeds are found on long stalks. They have a short taproot with fibrous roots. So here's some spreading perennials, and they reproduce by seeds, roots, rhizomes, or stolons. Rhizomes are underground stems, while stolons are horizontal stems that remain above the ground. Yellow hawkweed can occasionally be seen in pastures. From a distance, the flowers look like dandelions and have a milky sap. They start as a rosette with hairy leaves and shoot up flower stalks that have several flowers at the top. They have fibrous roots and reproduce by seeds, stolons, and rhizomes. Common milkweed is another rhizomatous weed, and it's very difficult to control. It also reproduces from wind-blown seeds. Most plants in the spring emerge from overwintering buds on the roots. The stem is unbranched with opposite leaves that are 3 to 8 inches long. Cultivation can cut up the rhizomes, and those pieces can start new plants. All parts of the plant contain a milky sap. Canada thistle is another rhizomatous weed. They start as a rosette and send up smooth, grooved stems later in the season. Leaves are alternate and lobed with spiny margins. It's sometimes confused with bull thistle, but bull thistle has spiny winged stems and rough hairs on the leaf surfaces. Our last weed today is goldenrod, and it's tall, erect. It's a leafy perennial with alternate leaves. It spreads by rhizomes and wind-dispersed seeds. There are several species in the region that are very similar. So that's a quick overview of some common perennial weeds. Thanks for tuning in, and hope to see you soon out in the pasture.